Good morning, everybody. Happy Monday. This is Michael with Mialisia. We're going to go ahead and get started with today's Power Hour call. We've got a really great topic. We've got our very own Annelise Brown is going to be talking about the Mialisia concept and what it is that makes us different. As a company, as a brand, you as a designer, what kind of sets anybody involved with Mialisia apart. So we'll go ahead and get started with that in just a minute. I did just want to talk really quickly about the 5,000 to Fabulous promotion. A lot of you have seen this. If you don't know what I'm talking about, you should have gotten an email about it. You can look and see some information about it on Facebook. And then also you can go to www.mialisia.com/5000 FAB, F-A-V. So it's 5,000 to FAB. And you can see that's kind of our blog where we keep updates and information. We're going to be posting prizes that are won throughout the promotion. We're going to be posting the names of people who are just killing it, which is a lot of you, by the way. We're running a report right now to see kind of where the standings are, and a lot of you are on track to hit that 5,000 and get tons of prizes, and it's going to be awesome. So I hope you guys are as excited about it as we are. I know that we've seen a lot of excitement, and a lot of people are rising to the challenge so far. So keep on keeping on with that. It's been really great so far. So that's pretty much all of the announcements that we have here from corporate. The only other thing is that the orders that were placed through conference are slowly being put in and fulfilled throughout this week. So be excited to see those. And then as products from the newer lines are available in our warehouse, they'll be available in your back office. So be on the lookout for those new pieces. And that's it. So we'll just go ahead and hand the time over to Annelise.
Good morning. I am excited to be here. I hope you guys all had a great weekend. It was fall break for us over here, so we got to do some fun stuff with our kids and some not so fun stuff. I got to clean out my garage, and I'm happy to say after 6 months of being in our house, I finally finished unpacking, so that was exciting. It actually felt really good to finally finish that, and we might be able to park our cars in the garage now, which is fun. So anyway, I hope you guys are all having a great day. So I am excited to talk about our concept and what makes it different from others. And then also today I'm going to go over, we thought it would be a good idea to go over just demonstrating the VersaStyle concept, which is what I taught in my breakout at conference. So if you didn't make it to conference, this is just kind of a little review. And there's actually a PowerPoint that goes along with it in the back office. So if you wanted to pull that up and follow along, you could. So let's talk about the VersaStyle concept. If there's one thing you take from today is we're not just selling jewelry. I always tell people if you are selling a piece of jewelry, or a necklace, you'll probably sell one. If you sell the concept, then you're going to have a lot more success. And with our concept, we are really changing the way that women think about jewelry. I always think, when we, the clothing we wear and the jewelry that we wear are kind of an extension of who we are. It helps people express themselves. And I know we've talked about our mantra, enhancing your inner beauty. And I love the fact that with our concept, women can take a VersaStyle piece and they can create a look that expresses them best. And, I don't know if you noticed, but a lot of the designs that we have are more simple. They're not super elaborate. We do have some statement pieces, but the majority of our pieces are a little bit simpler because it allows women to take those pieces and layer them together and create a look that best suits them and it best expresses who they are and expresses their inner beauty. And the other thing is we want to teach women that they're getting so much more value from our VersaStyle concept. You could walk into a department store and buy a piece, but it's not going to do what our jewelry does. I mean, does it, you're getting a bracelet, you're getting a belt, you're getting a necklace, you're getting a headband, you're getting a lanyard, we could go on and on and on for just one piece, and no other jewelry out there does that. And so I think it's so important that we understand that and that we're conveying that as we're selling this concept. And then it's just fun. It's so fun. I love watching women create and having fun with this concept. It's so fun, and it's an exciting thing. So let's talk about demonstrating the concept a little bit. I always say that you have to, number one, you've got to believe in the product. So you need to have the right attitude when you're going into this. We are helping women. We're giving them a value, and we're giving them an opportunity to change their lives with the business opportunity as well. So if you go in with that attitude, thinking, I am doing these people a favor and I am sharing something that's going to change their life, you're going to have a lot better success, and you're going to have that excitement. I always say that excitement is what sells. It is so contagious. If you are excited about this product and you love it and you are passionate about it, that is absolutely going to show, and people are going to feel that, and they're going to get that, and they're going to be excited about it too. And so you've got to believe that it's a good value, and you've got to be excited about it. Otherwise, I think you're going to struggle if you can't find that passion and that excitement about it. I think you're going to have a hard time. So find that excitement and find that passion, and so people can feel that from you. Another most important thing that you can do is know the product, okay? You've got to do your homework. Know the names and the prices of all the pieces. Understand, the quality and the warranty and all of that. I think, we went in to buy a TV recently, and the guy that was helping us didn't know anything about TVs. It was really frustrating. I was like, why? I don't want to buy a TV from you. We're looking at two different ones. Well, what's the difference? This one's $100 more, and this one, if it was someone that was super knowledgeable and was so excited and knew everything about it and could tell me why this was a better value than this, we would have been so excited. It's amazing the difference it makes, for legitimacy. Like, people understand that, and they get excited when you're excited, and then you understand what the value is, and you can share that with them. So know all of the good stuff about the jewelry and why it's great, and be able to convey that to the people that you're selling to. The next most important thing you need to do is practice. Practice. And I know I've talked about this before, but you need to get in front of the mirror and create as many different looks as you possibly can, and do it over and over again so it's easy for you. And you've create as many possible looks as you can, and so you can show those to people, and then turn away from the mirror and do it without the mirror, because a lot of times you're not going to be standing in front of a mirror when you demonstrate to people, and so you want to be able to make it look easy. If it looks tricky and hard, people are going to maybe be a little bit apprehensive, but you got to make it look easy, because it really is, especially if they've got a mirror in front of them, and once they get the hang of it, it's a simple thing. So we want to convey that it's a simple thing as well. So practice and know all of your looks, know the names and prices, and understand the value of that. Okay, so there are multiple ways that we demonstrate our product, and so I chose the three major ways that you're going to be, or the major settings that you're going to be in when you're demonstrating the VersaStyle concept. We've got your in-home fashion events, we've got trade shows and craft shows, and then on-the-go demonstrations. So I'm going to break those down and talk a little bit about each one. So first, I'm going to talk about the fashion event. And this is such a fun, I love fashion events because it's such an intimate, great setting, and you really have a chance to be one-on-one with people and really connect with people. And so that's always the first thing I say. The first thing you want to do when you start out your fashion event is connect with these women. Be their friend. Get to know them. Find out who they are. Share why you love the jewelry and what it does for you, what's so great about it for you. And they'll get excited about that. The other thing you should do is uncover their frustrations. Ask questions. Find out what they like about jewelry and what they don't like about jewelry so you can best meet their needs. Find out if they love long necklaces or short necklaces, or if they only wear bracelets. Find out what they like so you can cater to that with the VersaStyle concept. I always say get excited. If you're excited, like I said, if you're up there talking to these women and they can feel your excitement, they're going to be excited. Accentuate the value. I always talk about, to the women, if you were to go and buy a necklace and a bracelet and an anklet and a belt and I go through all these different things, let's add that up and, how much would you pay for all of those things? Hundreds of dollars probably for everything that you can do. And with that, you get you pay one price, and it's a very, very good price, and you get all of those things. So as you're talking about the VersaStyle concept, you really need to remember to accentuate the value as you're talking about this, so they understand, you guys are not going to believe, the value that you're going to get from this. It's, just reiterate that over and over. It's such a great deal, and it really is for the quality and the versatility that you're getting. And who else has a lifetime warranty? I mean, you can't, most department stores don't, have a lifetime warranty on their jewelry. So it really is a great value. The next important thing, I think, and this kind of goes along with connecting with your group of women, is you need to be able to adapt to the group. And I found that, in sales and in this industry, being able to adapt, be adaptable, and connect with people on their level is so, so important. And you have to kind of be able to read people. So when you get into those settings, you're going to have people that are not as outgoing and that are very reserved, and you have to kind of be sensitive to that. And then you're going to have like total party animals that are having a great time, and so you have to be sensitive to that as well. And so I think you have to be adaptable and present to people in a way that's comfortable for them. If you have quiet, reserved people and you're, over the top, out of control, dragging people up, and it could be a little intimidating. So like I said, just be adaptable and cater to the group of women that you have, and I think you'll find success in that. Okay, so I want to talk about a couple of different ways that these are my two favorite ways to demonstrate the VersaStyle concept. And I know there are multiple ways out there, but these are the two ways that I've had the most success with. So the first way I like, because you have a little bit more interaction with the women throughout the fashion event. But as women are coming in at the very beginning, you can have them choose some of their favorite pieces. Talk to them, get to know them a little bit, find out how they like to wear their jewelry, what kind of styles they like to wear, and then have them choose two of their favorite pieces and ask them, if you can use them for your demonstration, during your little presentation. And you can have, if there's, only 5 women at the party, maybe you can have all of them do that as they're coming in. I mean, if there are like 15 women, maybe you choose 3 or 4 people to do that. And then as you're presenting and demonstrating, you can pull those women up one at a time. And what I would do is I will demonstrate those 2 pieces on that woman 3 or 4 different ways. So you'll take those pieces and create a look and then create a different look. And women love this. It's exciting and shows the versatility. And then you can pull them up one at a time and do that, over and over again with multiple pieces. So then they get to see, different pieces in the line and the versatility of them all. So that's one way to do it. The other way that we've had great success with is demonstrating the same 2 pieces on multiple women. And so what I'll do is I'll line women up. And again, like I said, it depends on how many people are at the party. If there's, 15 women, you could line, 4 or 5 women up. If there's, just a few, then you can, line those women up and they can all watch. And what you do is you just go down the line and you take the same 2 VersaStyle pieces. And I like to use pieces that are, very neutral, so they kind of go with everything and look good on everyone. And so I take them and I'll do a different look on each woman. And then once everyone's seen that, then I'll go down the line again and I'll change the look again to a totally different look and one that I haven't done before. And you can do that. I mean, depending on how many women up there, you could go down the line multiple times and keep changing the looks and show them 25 different looks if you want. It's so fun that way. I know we did that at a big women's expo in a mall once, and it was so fun. We had like 10 women lined up, and it was pretty impressive. And some people are so visual, and for them to see those same 2 pieces done multiple ways can have a really great impact on people, and they get really excited. They really can visualize and see that value and how versatile our jewelry really is. So anyway, so those are the 2 ways that I love to demonstrate, and I'm sure there are more ways out there, but those are the ones I've had the best success with. So, and then I always say keep it short. You don't want to be up there too long giving a spiel. Don't make it an hour-long presentation. Show them how it works. Make sure they understand and they get the concept, and then let them play. I mean, the more they are touching and trying on and playing with this jewelry, the more excited they're going to get, and the better chance you are going to have at them buying jewelry because they're excited and they're trying it on. So I always say put on some music. It kind of lightens the mood and gets people to relax a little bit and have fun, and be involved. Kind of bounce around. Don't go over and sit in the corner and let them all just play with the jewelry. You want to be helping them and complimenting the creations that they make, and taking pictures. If someone creates a look that you've never seen, take a picture of it. Get excited, and they're going to get excited. It kind of validates what they're doing and gets them excited about it. Don't be afraid to upsell. If they've created a look and there's another piece that looks amazing with what they've created, grab it and say, that's awesome, you should try this with it too. Look what else you can do. Have you seen the earrings that match this, or the ring that goes with that? This is so cute, and then use those wish list cards that we have. Those things are such a great tool, and it's such a non-threatening way. It's not like handing them an order form and saying, okay, write down everything you want. You hand them a wish list. That's non-threatening. It's like, what would you want? If you could have anything, what do you want? Start writing down the things that they love. Help them with that. If they have a look on that they are absolutely in love with, be like, all right, I'm going to put that on your wish list for you so you know what those pieces are. And that's where knowing the names of the pieces and the prices are really going to come in handy. So you're not spending all your time looking things up in the catalog. So use that, wish list and write everything down. And then just have fun. Like, really, I know Ariane always talks about how you should just be their girlfriends. Like, get to know them. If you really do take a genuine interest in people, they're gonna feel that, and they're going to be so much more comfortable with you, and it's not going to be a threatening thing. I know so many people are like, I'm not a salesman. I don't want to be one of those pushy salespeople. Well, don't be. That's not what this is about. This is about helping women enhance their inner beauty and express who they are through their jewelry. If you really do take an interest in them and find out what they love and how they like to wear jewelry and help them create something that fits their need, they're not going to be threatened by you at all, and they're going to be excited. And you also have to have the attitude that if they don't want it, that's okay. You know what? This is something that's exciting and that you love, but if they don't love it, that's okay. But I think most people do. So, but don't be offended if someone says no or doesn't like anything. Just be their friend and be genuinely interested in who they are and what they do. Okay, so let's talk about trade shows. Trade shows are a little bit different than those in-home fashion events. I think with a trade show, you've got to have a good concept display, something that catches attention, because people are coming to those, and there's so many booths, and a lot of people are just browsing, just walking, and not necessarily, it's more like window shopping, just kind of checking things out. So I always was really passionate about having a really good concept display, something that shows what our jewelry does. And what we did is we had like 6 necklace forms and a boot and a bodice with a belt on. And again, we had those same 2 pieces shown in multiple ways. And so someone could walk by and just in a glance they could see look at all the things that this piece of jewelry can do and have a great sign. And we are working on, this is my next project, is to have we're going to put together some really good craft show bundles of signage that you can use, and really work on branding and all that. That's my next big project that I'm trying to get on for you, because I want you to have that, because it's so important, really, because really you only have just a few seconds to catch people's attention. So another fun thing you can do is have like one of those mannequins out there, just like the little bodice. I got one like at Home Goods, TJ Maxx Home Goods, for like $40, and it's freestanding, and you can throw a bunch of jewelry on it and put a sign that says, play with me, create some looks with this jewelry. I love, someone put online on Facebook, they made a sign that said, please mess up my display. Yes, I want you to try on the jewelry. And I thought that was great. You want to have that jewelry easily accessible. A beautiful display is nice, and I think it's good to have some of that because you want to be appealing to the eye. But I want you to have a lot of your jewelry just out where people can grab it and try it on. I mean, think about it. Would you walk into a store and take a shirt off of a mannequin? Most people wouldn't do that, right? And so I think a lot of times people feel that way when they approach a really beautiful display. They don't want to, take the necklace off the necklace form to try it on. But like I said, that is your goal. If you can get them to pick up that jewelry and try it on, they're going to fall in love with it. And you have a lot better chances at selling more if they can do that. Make sure you have a lot of mirrors around so people can see the creations that they're doing. And then also just make sure you have good spacing going on in your booth so that people can get around easily. And when it's busy, there's plenty of space for people to circulate and try on. So there's that. At your trade show, you want to look good. Be on your feet. Dress nice. I think so many of these trade shows, people sit, in the back corner and don't interact with their with the customers, and that is the most important thing that you can do. Stand up the entire day. Wear comfortable shoes so you can be out there. You can be talking to everyone. Greet them with eye contact. Always be changing your jewelry. That's a good way to get people's attention. If you're standing out there just demonstrating out in the aisle where people can see, you're going to catch their eye. They're going to be like, what is that chick doing with her jewelry, You should always be changing your looks and have everyone that's helping you, always be wearing jewelry and always changing up their looks as well. Don't be afraid to use attention-catching phrases, You have to see what this jewelry can do. Have you seen this new concept in jewelry? We are changing the way that women wear jewelry. Come up with some fun phrases that you can grab people's attention. And then also have a really quick demo, practiced and ready. So I always say, choose 3 or 4 different looks that you can do like in 30 seconds. And have it practiced, and so it flows smoothly, and people can get that idea, because even if you get people's attention, a lot of times it's not you don't have very long to really and show them what it is. So make sure that you have a quick demonstration, and if you can get the jewelry on them, if you can use someone to demonstrate on, that's even better if they'll let you. And most women will. Hey, you just say, can I show you how this works? Can I demonstrate this on you? And most women are going to allow you to do that. Some people won't feel comfortable with that, but that's okay. I would say 90% of the time they're going to want it, and they're going to be okay with that. So don't be afraid to do that. When you're demonstrating, make sure that you face out, and make sure you're in a place where a lot of people can see you, because when people gather around to watch, it's going to get attention, and more people are going to gather, and more people are going to gather. I always used to joke that I'm going to hire people just to stand in my booth and pretend like they're shopping, because you get a few people in there, and that's all it takes. Everyone wants to know what's going on and what everyone's looking at. So they'll gather around, and make sure that you make eye contact and acknowledge them as they gather around, and face out so everyone can see what you're doing, and use people to demonstrate on. Get them involved. Make sure you, again, it goes back to like reading the body language and being adaptable. There are some people that do not want to be touched and do not want to be talked to. You're going to run into grumpy people, and that's okay. That's sad for them. Don't let it discourage you. I think that's probably the number one thing that people struggle with is, when people are mean or they're negative or they say no or rude or whatever, it totally bursts your bubble. Like it's really hard to overcome that. It makes you want to go crawl under the table and hide. But you have to learn to just let it roll off. That's okay. That's okay. If you don't want our awesome jewelry, sad for you. You can be grumpy. That's all right. But I will tell you, in my experience, that 90% of women want interaction. They want you to help them. Show them, demonstrate, and then let them play and help them pick out jewelry. Well, most people want help. I always kind of bounce around and touch in with people and find out, what colors do you wear most, and help them choose, jewelry that best fits them. It goes back to, kind of getting to know people, find out, what they like and what they don't like, and upsell, help them put creations together, show them the matching earrings. Women like that. We talk about a lot the buckle in the mall. If you've ever shopped at the buckle, you go in there and people, they are so great at, upselling and showing you, try these pants on. Oh my gosh, if you like these, and, try these on. And then you have to put the shirt with it. And here's the belt. And here's a necklace to go with it. And they're so good at that. And of course, then they're like, you guys, you look like $1 million. They get all the other store employees involved, and everyone's, complimenting you. And of course, you can't walk out of the store without it because you feel so great. And so, do that. Make them feel important. Make them feel good. Involve other people. If someone creates a cool look, get people's attention. Look at this. Look what she just did with this. That's so exciting, Just be involved. Just be involved. The more you're involved, the more successful you're going to be. I promise you. It makes all the difference. And now you're going to have shows that are a little bit slower, and there are some great ways to do to be able to demonstrate. And one thing we did was we would do drawings. So if the traffic was kind of slow and we weren't getting a lot of traffic in the booth, people walking by would be like, hey, you know what? In an hour we're going to be doing a drawing for a free piece of jewelry. Just need your name and your email, and, come back. You have to be present. And then all these people would come back, at 2 o'clock or whenever you were doing it. and we would, and then we'd have this captive audience. And what would I do? I would demonstrate. I would grab one of the ladies or two of the ladies and demonstrate on them how the VersaStyle concept worked. And people would get excited. And then we would do the drawing. And 99% of the time, the person that won the drawing would go and pick out, jewelry to go with that piece that they won. And then the other people in the crowd would go and buy stuff as well. They would get excited, and that's a huge demonstration that you wouldn't have had otherwise. So you have to be creative sometimes, especially when it's a little bit slow at these shows. Again, you can use the wish list at these shows too. When people are shopping, make sure that you write down their favorite things and get their information. I always say, don't give unless you get. If people want a catalog, be like, absolutely, I would love to give you a catalog. Just make sure they understand how the concept works. And if you could just give me your email or something so I can contact you and follow up, make sure that you're finding what you need and figure out what you love, and and use this opportunity also to book parties. If there's someone that's super excited about the concept, tell them how they can get the jewelry for free. And I think that from what I've been hearing, that has been one of the greatest things that we didn't have as a company previously to this, because we didn't do the fashion events. You have such a great opportunity to get to know people and to get leads on and booking fashion events and teaching people about the business opportunity. So don't be afraid to do that. Use that, especially if it's a slower event and you're not selling a lot of stuff. Make sure that you're using that tool and gathering information and leads and getting people excited about getting free jewelry. Okay, so that's the fashion event. Let's see. Okay, so the other way that we can demonstrate the VersaStyle concept is on the go. Wear the jewelry. We're walking advertisements, right? So always have the jewelry on. And I will tell you, sometimes I run out of the house like a crazy woman because that's just how I am. And I forget to put jewelry on, but I always keep some in my purse. And in my car. Like I have little pieces everywhere. That way I can just throw it on if I've forgotten. Just make sure you're prepared. And I have people comment on my jewelry all the time. And when they do, I say, oh my gosh, you should see what this does. This isn't, if they say, oh, I love your necklace. Oh my gosh, it's not just a necklace. Look what this does. And take that opportunity. Have your quick little demo to show them what it does. Have a little phrase that you're comfortable with. When people say, what do you do? Or where do you work? Don't say something boring. Say, oh my gosh, I actually am work for a company that's changing the way that women wear jewelry, or I'm on a mission to change the way that women wear jewelry, and show them, what it's all about. Don't be afraid. I think most people get excited about it. If someone doesn't say something, or you see someone that's wearing a piece of jewelry that you like, compliment them. Where was I? I was like at a scout office or something, and there was a cute lady there, and she was wearing a cute piece of jewelry. It was a similar style to some of the pieces that we have, and I was like, I love your necklace. You know what? You would, if you like jewelry like that, you would probably love this new line of jewelry that we have, and it's so much more, and she got all excited, and I was able to give her information, and so open your mouth and talk, and then always carry information. Always have those concept booklets are an incredible tool. Always carry those concept booklets with you. They're so much better than a business card. I mean, a business card is good if you don't have anything else, but the concept booklet is so much more because they can understand your, what it is that you're doing, rather than just having a business card and trying to remember where it came from. So they're not expensive, so stock up on those. Staple your business card to them and keep a bunch of them in your purse and keep stocked up on them so you can give those out when people get excited about the concept. So just make sure you're wearing it, and don't be afraid to talk about it. This is awesome. We are literally changing the way that people wear jewelry. There's nothing out there like this. And very, very rarely do I not have someone that's super excited about this new concept. So there it is. Those are the three ways that that we've talked about to demonstrate the Mialisia concept. I know that this is not an easy thing. I'm learning that it's hard. It is hard to stay upbeat and to be excited, and you have to work hard at this. I think a lot of times people get into these companies thinking that, it's going to be easy. I can just sit back and make lots of money and do nothing. But really, that is not the case. This this takes hard work and it takes determination. I don't know if you've seen, Ashton Kutcher gave this speech at the Teen Choice Awards that's been circulating around on, Facebook and stuff, that he talks about, hard work, and he says that, opportunity looks a lot like hard work. Success looks a lot like hard work. If you think that you can just come in and, not work hard and make a lot of money, it's not going to happen. I understand that it's hard, and you're going to have some really hard times. Can I tell you, the last 2 years of my life have been the hardest years of my life, and there were certainly times when I just wanted to crawl in a hole and quit. But I didn't, because I was passionate about it, and because I knew that if I worked hard and I just gave it my all, that it would be worth it. Because anything worth anything is going to take work, and I don't know. I just can't tell you. You have to work hard, and you have to be excited, and you have to be passionate about it. It's kind of like cleaning out your garage, for example. I was not excited to clean out my garage this weekend, but once I got into it, it was exciting. You just have to start. Just start going and get over that initial hump. Get some wins. I love one of the girls on Facebook, and I feel bad. I can't remember her name, but her husband gave her this challenge to get as many no's as possible, and it totally changed her whole outlook on everything. So she had to get 3 no's a day, and then she could quit, and I love it because her first 3 calls that she made were all yeses. And so, just go, just do something, just do it, just get going, and once you get going, it's going to be fun. You are going to have a great time with this. Have fun with it. If you can have fun, it's going to change everything. We so appreciate you guys. I'm so excited to be a part of this. I'm so excited to be able to enhance people's inner beauty. I think that we have such an opportunity here to impact so many people's lives, and I think we can bring so much value to the jewelry industry. This is a really exciting time, and I'm grateful that you guys are all on board, and I hope that this was helpful. Okay, so I am going to turn the time back over to Michael. I think we have some questions here that I would love to answer. So, Michael, are you there?
I am here. We have a couple of questions. The first one, these were all from Facebook. The first one is from Jean Christian. She was just wondering if you could talk about visual differences between craft and vendor events versus a trade show, because a lot of craft shows have less room than trade shows. So you had talked about a display. What are some differences that you used in those different types of events?
Okay. We had multiple displays. You have to kind of be flexible, because every show that you do is going to be a little bit different. Sometimes you might be crammed in a corner or have a weird pillar in the middle of your booth. You just have to be adaptable and be ready to kind of move things around. The best advice I can give you is to make sure you have your attention-getting stuff, like if you have a concept display or a big poster or something that shows the concept, make sure that's right out on the edge where people are going to see it as they walk by. And then make sure also that you set up your booth so that there's a good flow. So if someone's checking out, don't put your checkout like right in the middle of the booth where it's going to block everything. Just be careful about how you set that up, and have a display that's adaptable, because it's going to be different, everywhere you go. So hopefully that answers your question.
Okay. Our next question is also about shows. Jessica Walters asks, I've done 3 shows now and have gotten a lot of interest and leads, but I noticed that a lot of people seem scared to enter those raffles that you were talking about. Did you ever get that at all, and how do you overcome that?
Yeah. I always just assure people, don't worry, we're not going to sell these emails. The only thing we might do is contact you. I found if you're just upfront with people and let them know what you're going to do with that, then most people are okay giving you their information. Say, I don't sell them. This is just for my personal use. I might follow up with you and just make sure, that your jewelry's doing okay and that you're happy with it. Or, I might follow up and see if you were interested in, hosting a party. Just be upfront with people. And if they don't want to give you their email address, that's okay. You don't want to force people and make them feel uncomfortable.
Okay, another craft show question. What do you say, this comes from Mindy Gowers, she said, what do you say to an event coordinator that says you can't be in their event even though they have open spots simply because we're another jewelry company? I've had this happen 5 times and I did fight for a spot and got into one, but I keep getting this. Do you have any wording or suggestions?
You know, we ran into this a lot because there are so many jewelry companies out there, but are we just another jewelry company? Absolutely not. And a lot of times what we would do, and then it took a lot of talking. I mean, we had to call and talk to these people and try to convince them that we were different. And I think one powerful tool that you have is that you can email them the concept video and let them watch that so they can see for themselves, that it is different. And then, and then call them and follow up with them. Hey, I just want to let you know I sent you this email. I know that you guys have a lot of jewelry, but I just want you to see why we are so different and why we would be an added value to your show. I promise you don't have anything like this. And get them to pull up the email and watch it if they will. If they won't, a lot of times I think you could even go to a show. If they didn't let you into the show, go to it and try and find the person in charge and demonstrate to them so they can see how different it is. That's a hard one because there is a lot of jewelry out there, but if you can help them understand why we are different and you're passionate about it, I think you can break down those barriers. You just have to get them to see. And these days with technology and the internet and being able to email a video over to them, that can be very advantageous to you. So hopefully that helps.
Okay, and then our last question, also from Facebook, is from Brenda Amos, and she just asked if you could share with us some of what the future holds in terms of additions that might be coming, boot bling, purse bling, watches, etc.
Okay. Yes, we do have some fun things that are coming out. We wanted to kind of get up and running and get our feet under us with just our basic VersaStyle concept. But we are going to add to that. And I will say that next year sometime we will be adding watches to our line. And then we will, I know, with our previous company people are familiar with, we had purse jewelry or purse bling that you could switch in and out as a bauble on a necklace or hook it on your purse and you could use it for multiple things. And we will be coming out with that eventually too. I'm hoping next year we'll be able to introduce some of those new things. And then we have a few other things in the pipeline. We just want to keep people excited and keep it fresh and stay unique and stay different from all of the other companies. So if you guys will just be patient with us, we're gonna get these things out there as fast as we can. And so yeah, it's exciting. I'm really excited for some of these things to come out. So.
Okay, well, it looks like that is all our questions. Oh, wait, I got one more. Are VersaStyle purses in the works?
Not at this time. We've had a lot of requests for something like that. But there are other things out there like that on the market. And so I don't know that we will venture down that road, but I can't say for sure. I don't know. The great thing about our VersaStyle concept is we can have VersaStyle anything. So the possibilities really are endless. We don't have immediate plans for that right now, but I don't know. We could go anywhere with this, so who knows in the future.
Okay, we have another question as well. They're just popping in real quick.
Okay.
We get this question a lot, and I think it's funny, and I think it's interesting that we get this question so much. Is men's jewelry on the way?
That is funny. We do get a lot of requests for men's jewelry, so I better start working on that. I haven't. We have considered it, but like I said, that's not in the immediate future. But I will absolutely consider it if there's that much, excitement about it and that many people want it, then it's definitely something that we will look at for sure. We've also talked about doing a little girls line, so we could do mommy-daughter fashion events and things like that. So there's so many fun things that we could do with this, and we're just, one step at a time. We'll get there. I hope we can have something for everyone eventually. So yeah.
Okay, well, it looks like that's all the questions. If anybody else has any other questions, pop over to Facebook and hurry and put them in right now. But I think that's pretty much everything. So in any case, we just want to say, like Annelise said, we're so glad that all of you are here and you're awesome, and Mialisia is doing really well. And a lot of people do a really good job of demonstrating the concept, and other people just have questions. And so, of course, if you ever are struggling, you can always ask your upline. You can always contact us at customer support, if you have anything that you need. And we should be able to help you out. So it doesn't look like we've got any other questions coming in. A lot of people, Annelise, I don't know if you're looking, are excited about the little girls line that you mentioned. So we'll keep that in the forefront of our plans. But anyway, I think that's it. We're going to go ahead and close it off. Thanks for joining us, and we'll talk to you next week.